Yeah.
Hitching gun. Hitching gun. Hitching gun.
This is... I can bring you to even a stranger place, but it's kind of uncomfortable.
You know what? No, let's go for it.
Okay.
The fuck is this?
Welcome to bacon.
Oh shit. It's fucking bacon.
That's it. That's this world. That's it. It's just, you can run as far as you want. And it's just darkness.
You sent us away from a world with guns in a kitchen for a plate of bacon.
Yeah.
Yes you, blue Russian weapons man, are you tired of your multicolored equines being lazy and absolutely retarded on doing their job? Or have crippling horse loneliness? Then I have a product that can solve it. The small companion horse. That's right, the small companion horse is an evolution in waifu horse engineering as the perfect companion for any and all situations. They are everywhere, in your office, at school, kitchen, bedroom. They are extremely useless and very expensive, however they are so insanely adorable that it's worth it.
possess more. My dreams don't know fear. I got my heart full of hope. I will change everything, no matter what I'm told. How impossible it seems. We did it before and we'll do it again. We're indestructible, even when we're tired. And we've been here before, just you and I. Don't try to rescue me. I don't need to be rescued.
My friends, watch resources standing around. There's glory to be won.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin!
I am going to claw my way down your throat.
Take this!
Then it slowly turns dark. With each passing day, you're further astray from the light. Suddenly, you lose your way and lose the thread. Lose your cool, then lose your head. Every loss is harder to excuse. Then you'll see you'll lose your faith and lose your soul. Till you'll lose complete control and realize there's nothing left to lose. Nothing left to lose. Cass, trust me, becoming the villain isn't the
Is that what you think I am? The path I'm on is a path paved in black. I'm taking that road and I'm not looking back. Each twist and each turn leads straight where I'm yearning to go. Yes, it's true, my path is dark, but I see where it ends. My rivals will fall as my power ascends. Despise me to-
Entramos al party como si fuera mi casa. Y a eso que no estamos listas, pero pasamos gratis y no dijeron nada. Ya no conocen de vista. Ey, esa noche me siento invencible. Oh, oh, oh. Dije que ey, esa noche me siento invencible. Oh, oh, oh. Paso tranquilo, recorro el party. Estoy en OJ, me miran rari. Luis en el soco fumando mari. Vino en shortcito, flash en Miami. Ey, para mí son invisibles. Oh, oh, oh. Dije que ey, para mí son invisibles. Oh, oh, oh. Ey, miren todos quién llegó. Ey. Sí, sí, todos saben quién soy. Lo vi a tu grupito, le clavé la mirada. Ninguno me dijo nada. Y eso que no entreno y parezco un banana. Pero no dijeron nada. Lo vi a tu grupito, le clavé la mirada. Ninguno me dijo nada. Quizás algún día me rompan la cara. Pero no dijeron nada. No dijeron nada. No dijeron nada. No dijeron nada.
My friends, we have a very serious problem. Using Spike to supercharge the jump drive saved our lives, but it has also burned out the mana crystal in the focusing array. I'm afraid without this, we can't use the jump drive. Serious indeed.
Can you fix it?
If anyone could, it would be me. And I can't. For while it is possible to grow mana crystals if you have access to a strong ley line, the structure of artificial crystals is too unstable for the focusing array. We need natural crystals of a good size and high purity. So this is something we have to find, not manufacture. And mana crystals of this quality are rare. Perhaps you could use a crystal from somewhere else within the ship's systems. I have considered that. However, the only other mana crystal of suitable quality is running the portal device that sustains the Elysium pocket dimension.
Perhaps we can move everyone out of Elysium into the ship.
Big as this ship is, it can only sustain 10,000 souls or so with its life support. This solution will come at the cost of millions of lives.
Well, what can we do then?
When we jumped, I picked the closest point in the computer's database, simply because there was no time to plot a new one. It would appear there was a planet at this point the last time the computer was updated. The computer's data is obviously out of date, so the planet may take some time to locate, but it should be close enough to reach with our sublight drives. With any luck, it will have what we need. Very well then, Droxid. See if you can locate this planet and set course to intercept.
We have more than just engineering problems, I'm afraid. All the creatures we saved from Equestria are in a state of shock and confusion within Elysium. All those who trust you are going to do all right. But the unicorns, you know how they feel about Celestia. They can't accept that she's dead. They believe that you kidnapped them for some nefarious purpose and are looking for a way to break out of Elysium. The Unicorn Council is offering to help, but, well, they have demands. Hyde Highborn leads the council now, and she is waiting to speak with us.
She has come to us. Fascinating. By all means, bring her in.
Princess Twilight, I have some questions before we begin our negotiations. Go on. What has happened to Celestia? She was defeated on the Crystal Plains, Hyde. I should think that would be obvious. You did see the sun die for yourself, didn't you? I did, but I had to hear it from you. If Celestia is indeed dead, the unicorns cannot be told of this. Why not? We have perpetuated the myth of her infallibility and divinity. It is how our society remains orderly, as you well know. The death of Celestia, therefore, is something the unicorns are not prepared to accept. Instead, I suggest a different narrative be adopted. Narrative? We tell the unicorns that Celestia has ascended to the astral plane, and left you to take her place. You want me to play God for you, like Celestia did? Crudely stated, but basically yes. It's the only way to save the unicorns. Why me? Why don't you do it? Sadly, I am not an alicorn. Also, you were hoof-picked and raised by Celestia to be her understudy. Everyone knows this. They would be more willing to accept you than any other pony. I can't do that. I serve Ghidra. He is my husband. That duty will always come first. Your relationship with this dragon is something we can, downplay? You wouldn't have to invest much time into your function. You would be a figurehead. You would only need to show up on special occasions and endorse the rulings of the council.
And now your true purpose is revealed. You want to rule the unicorns. And you would already be doing so. But you can't, can you?
This is pony business. I would be pleased if you would stay out of it.
Without Celestia, no one cares about the council anymore, do they?
Even if my motives involve self-interest, that doesn't make my solution any less necessary. You have been nothing but a curse on Equestria, Prince Ghidra. When the council voted to make you Equestrian royalty, I strongly objected. The world was a peaceful place before you came. I do not find your return and the death of Celestia to be coincidental. Many believe you are behind all of the evils that have befallen us, and I am inclined to agree.
In that case, I have a better suggestion. The next habitable planet we find, you and the unicorns can disembark. You can then build any kind of society you wish. You will be free of my influence and therefore guaranteed to live in peace and prosperity. Correct?
But without the Earth ponies?
You would have to till the fields and scrub the toilets, of course. But I suppose you could try forcing the lesser nobles to become your new peasant class. Let's see how you like oppressing one another for a change.
You can't be serious. Twilight, please, I am offering you ultimate power. Come with us, and you can reign and rule like Celestia did. I'm sure the Earth ponies will follow you, and the natural order can be restored. So you have given up on ruling the Pegasi, I see. Fluttershy must have already told you where to stick this plan already. Fluttershy is lowborn. We did not expect her to be sympathetic to the complexities of the situation. Don't misunderstand me. I am sympathetic to the plight of the unicorns. They have been lied to for generations, and because of that, all they have believed in is dead. And you are partly to blame for it. No, I will not be your queen, your figurehead, or anything else. You aren't really a unicorn, Hyde. You are always Celestia's pet viper, spreading her poison through the council. Not only do I believe you can't help the unicorns, I have several spies that have told me that you are provoking the hostilities among them. You are actively helping to create the very problem you are offering to fix, and fomenting rebellion against the very dragon who saved all of your lives. The council is done, and so are you. I will do as you ask and help the unicorns by telling them the truth. And if any of them still prefer your lies to the truth, they are welcome to join you. Join me? Where? In banishment. You and they can take turns oppressing each other on whatever forsaken rock we can find to drop you on. No, you cannot do this to me. I already have. Let's see how many highborns listen to your lies now that it will cost them something.
Will that truly be sufficient?
The nobles will fall in line, or be banished. Either way, the problem is solved.
Wife, you are indeed the Princess of Wrath.
It hurts to have to do it, Guy. It's necessary and just, but I am robbing my people of everything they once believed in. They aren't ready for this. It's going to ruin them. But what choice do I have?
Many claim they wish to be free. However, the reality is that freedom is both difficult and dangerous. You rise and fall by your own choices, and such responsibility is shunned by most. As such, only the brave have any chance of achieving it. By contrast, the life of a slave is simple, safe, and comfortable. All responsibility for your life is borne by someone else, and everything you need is provided for you. I personally cannot conceive of trading freedom for perceived safety and security, but the unicorns did that very thing and lived happily in that arrangement for 1,000 years. They may prove both unable and unwilling to change.
I suppose we'll have to deal with that when the time comes. I'm afraid we have more troubles to deal with in the present.
What now?
It's best just to show you. Please, don't hurt him. He's already broken, and he's done nothing to either of you.
It's all right, Luna. My time is over. I have been defeated most utterly, and by a child no less. Just end me quickly, Ghidra. And why would I do that, Sombra? Surely you have heard of me. I have. As far as I can tell, you had a long quarrel with Celestia. A quarrel which no doubt has ended with her death. I suppose it has. A small victory, and at too great a cost. You do not fear I will try to overthrow you as well? If you try, I shall give you the swift death you have asked for. Spike briefed me on the events in the Crystal Empire, and the crystal ponies I rescued are in a very bad place right now. They have lost the crystal heart, and many of them are in such a state of depression that they are refusing to eat. You may indeed be the only one who can save them now.
It is true, Sombra. I met with some of them before we were discovered. Just knowing you were alive brought the light of life back to their eyes. Please, Sombra, your long war is over. Remember that peaceful vision of greatness you once told me? It might have been a ruse, but it's still possible, isn't it? Isn't that something worth living for?
You will actually allow me to return to my people and rule them? I will not allow you to force yourself upon them, but as long as they are willing to have you, I have no objection. And if you wish, I shall also let you off at any safe harbor we should happen to find on our journey. But until then, our fates are shared, and I expect both you and your people to follow my command as the master of this ship. That is a surprisingly reasonable demand. I accept your terms, but what about the unicorns? What about them? They surely know that Luna betrayed them to join me, and that I am responsible for killing Celestia. Are they really going to permit me to live in peace? At this point, many of them refuse to accept that she is even dead. But if they do eventually decide they want vengeance, I will stop them myself. Seeking vengeance in peacetime for injuries of war is an abominable act. I will bring swift justice to any who try to break my peace. As long as you live by my law, you will also live under my protection. My path was so clear for so long. Defeating Celestia has been the journey of 1,000 years. The irony is that now that she is gone, I feel lost. You are not lost, Sombra. You are free. Instead of being trapped by your own obsessions, you can now choose a course of your own design. Ride the dawn in wrath and power. Bring the tide of destruction and chaos. Deliver us from the sons of false light and corrupted hope. 1,000 years we have waited, and we will wait 1,000 more. Hear our prayer, O Keeper.